Stay here, because what I'm about to tell you is just the beginning of Keir Starmer's epic collapse. The shocking revelations of Isabel Oakeshott have caused a real storm in the Labour Party, crushing the foundations of Starmer's leadership. This is not just a political scandal, it is a real crisis capable of overthrowing the leader of the opposition from his post. Starmer's fall may turn out to be more dramatic than any of us could have imagined. Starmer doesn't want you to find out the whole truth, that he hopes that you will turn a blind eye to it.
It isn't because the man is stupid, it's because, and this is a theme I keep returning to, he lacks judgment. And that is so important for somebody at the top of politics. If you don't have the right judgment, you're not going to last long. So you ask the question, how does he get this off the front pages? Here's what I'm going to say about that. This is not going to go away until he reveals his secret.
Over the past few years, Keir Starmer has diligently built his image as a voice of unity in the Labour Party, promising to turn it into a powerful force capable of challenging the government. But now, the recent shocking material by journalist Isabel Oakeshott has destroyed this idealized image to the nines, exposing hidden cracks that have been accumulating for months, if not years. In his latest expose, Oakeshott opens his eyes to the terrible truth about the secrecy, dishonesty and manipulation pervading the Labour leadership. Starmer's inner circle, once a tight-knit team, has now reportedly split over explosive accusations that key decisions about the future of the party were made in secret, behind closed doors, without proper consultation and the participation of respected parliamentarians. This is not just a crisis, this is a real catastrophic turn of events that calls into question the very existence of the Labour Party.
Exactly what his secret is, but he sure as hell has got one or more secrets, and they relate in some way to Lord Ali and to his family. Now, I don't know how those two things overlap, but there is a secret there. There are papers all over this. They are waiting for their moment. There are people other than newspaper journalists over this too. Lord Ashcroft has already indicated that he is writing an update to his biography of Sir Keir Starmer. And having worked for Lord Ashcroft on biographies, I can tell you it's no secret that he is not afraid to put things out there in the public domain that he believes to be in the public.
The consequences of these revelations erupted with amazing speed. The members of Parliament from the Labour Party did not hold back their emotions and made harsh accusations, saying that they felt completely excluded from the process of making key decisions. This creates a deep and painful feeling of betrayal. High-profile figures openly point at Starmer, accusing him of leading the party as his personal fiefdom, and this deals a crushing blow to Labour unity.
Okay, so look, here's what I think. There is something bigger going on here. There is something we're not being told. This does not stack up. Whether there is some gigantic, super embarrassing favour that has been done, which we don't know about, or whether there is something going on within the Starmer family, which, you know, they're entitled to their privacy. I don't know what it would be, but it feels to me as if there is some kind of, not necessarily scandal, but something is being...
Labour MPs are completely shocked by Starmer's disregard for the fundamentals of party democracy, and this shock cannot be ignored. Internal party disagreements flare up with incredible force, and many members feel thrown overboard as if their votes do not matter. Westminster is filled with a heated atmosphere, and MPs are asking the agonizing question, can they continue to support a leader who so clearly neglects their opinions and interests? For voters who once saw Starmer as a reliable light in the dark realm of Boris Johnson, a terrible dilemma now arises. Is he really the leader we thought he was? A sense of betrayal and deep disappointment engulfs both party members and its supporters.
And it will go on for many more days yet, and that is because people have an instinctive feeling that there is more to uncover here. And the other problem is that Sir Keir clearly just doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it, no.
And doesn't understand that this really is a problem. He keeps on saying, you know, trying to shrug it off.
Isabelle Oakeshott The famous investigative journalist has just released an article that could become a real political bomb, capable of blowing Keir Starmer's career to smithereens. Oakeshott, who has a unique talent for revealing political secrets, is once again shocking the world with her revelations, causing a storm of emotions and deep anxiety. She claims to have gained access to a number of internal Labour Party documents that paint a completely different, bleak picture of Starmer's leadership, different from the one he is trying to present to the public. This is not just compromising evidence, it is devastating evidence that can overturn political reality. Oakeshott has opened Pandora's box, and now Starmer is in danger of a political catastrophe that could change everything.
Yeah, well, look, this is utterly excruciating for Labour MPs and peers. It really is. They will completely hate having to defend this. Every time they go on the media, anytime someone corners them and puts a microphone in front of them, they are having to defend something that privately they know they cannot square.
These messages, emails and leaked documents are shocking in their content. Keir Starmer negotiated with high-ranking figures without bothering to notify or obtain the consent of his own associates. But that's not all. Much more troubling is that he seems to have actively suppressed dissent within his party. Instead of inspiring open debate and collaboration, Starmer allegedly brutally suppressed any attempts to voice criticism, creating an overwhelming atmosphere of fear and silence.
Absolute problem, folks, with socialism. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Because it is in our human nature, whether as parents or husbands or wives or whatever it may be, to seek advantage. It just is. That's what nature tells us to do. And the whole everybody's equal thing, just read Animal Farm.
Yeah, exactly right. So it's because some people are more equal than others. That would be Keir's view of the...
This creates an image of a leader who is more concerned with retaining power than sincerely uniting his party. Oakeshott's investigation is shocking. Starmer's public image as a unifier turns out to be just a cleverly woven illusion. If the information from the leaked messages is confirmed, it could bring down a real storm on the Labour Party, completely undermining their fragile unity. But the most disturbing thing is that Oakeshott hinted that we are only on the verge of large-scale revelations. She made it clear that shocking revelations lie ahead, and soon the remains of the Labour Party could be put on public display, exposing their internal contradictions and secrets. This could be a real disaster for the party.
If Sir Keir Starmer has something to hide, and I'm afraid I believe that he does, then it's sure as hell time to get it out there now, get ahead of the story. And if he has nothing to hide, which is still possible, he should nonetheless front up the rumours, and he should hold a press conference and he should just say, look, I realise that all of this has created a perception that there's something else going on here. And I also realise that people are wildly speculating about my private life. And I want to be very plain today that there's nothing to see here. You're all a disgrace. Now let's move on.
With each new leak, the situation for Starmer becomes more critical, and the cracks in his leadership become so obvious that they cannot be ignored. If these accusations are confirmed, he may lose not only his political career, but also the very essence of Labour's reputation. Oakeshott's revelations continue to capture public attention, and the issue of media bias becomes another important aspect of this dramatic story. For many years, critics have been sounding the alarm, claiming that the British media are showing much more leniency towards Labour leaders, while they react to the slightest mistake by the Conservatives with relentless cruelty. A striking example is Boris Johnson and his actions during the COVID pandemic. The media did not leave him a single chance, questioning his every decision, thoroughly analysing every policy and holding him fully responsible for catastrophic failures in management.
Now, if he did that, and it were true, then that would put the lid on it. But to date, he has not done that, which leads many people to suspect that there is something in it.
Well, as you say, Westminster is abuzz with this, with talk of this bombshell secret that Starmer is allegedly hiding, or not quite hiding, to be honest with you. As you say, there are at least 2 newspapers who are right across it, are very close to being able to write this story. The famous website, the parliamentary gossip site, Guido Fawkes, they say they are within a hair's breadth of being able to publish this, but they can't quite get it over the legal line. But you're right, something is cooking here. It is a simmering secret.
Many voters, already disillusioned with the political elite, are beginning to perceive the media as part of an establishment that is desperately trying to protect its worth. This growing distrust can have disastrous consequences, undermining trust in both the media and political institutions in general. For Starmer, this is a really dangerous game with 2 sharp ends. While a temporary lack of media attention may save him from a backlash, it may also alienate voters who perceive this as a clear, unfair advantage. He is teetering on a fine line, and this tightrope walking can turn into serious trouble, especially given that Oakeshott's revelations continue to shock the public and cast a shadow over his leadership. Every new piece of news is another step into the unknown, and the consequences can be devastating. What do you think about this video? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you later.